Man adopted a girl nobody wanted. Years later, she did something crazy behind his back. As a kindergarten teacher, Ben enjoyed dealing with children. He and his wife Brooke were unable to have their own child despite numerous attempts, so they decided to adopt. They went to an orphanage. As their orphanage tour neared its end, one girl, 9-year-old Sarah, caught Ben's eye. Mrs. Collins, the director, explained that Sarah had a tough life after her mom passed away, facing neglect and possible mistreatment. Ben sat with Sarah and had a casual conversation. Ben and Brooke returned to the orphanage several times over the next few weeks to spend time with Sarah. Sarah, who was still shy, was gradually opening up to them. After 6 months, they brought Sarah home. The director approved their request to be Sarah's foster parents, however, she warned that Sarah might have behavioral issues. In therapy, Sarah started sharing about her tough past. She remembered scary nights hiding in a closet because her mother and her mother's boyfriends had loud and violent fights. There were times when she didn't have enough food, and her mom ignored her for days. Despite the challenges revealed about Sarah's past, Ben and Brooke remained devoted to her. They celebrated small victories, like when she hugged them or opened up in therapy. When her aggressive episodes occurred during stress, Ben and Brooke, patiently managed to help Sarah. Later, Brooke's pregnancy brought immense joy to Sarah on her 11th birthday. However, at 7 months, Brooke started experiencing contractions and was rushed to a hospital for an emergency C-section. Unfortunately, despite the doctor's best efforts, the little girl whom they had named Maya passed away after succumbing to sepsis. Brooke got sad and couldn't connect with Sarah or take care of herself. Ben tried therapy, but Brooke kept pulling away, staying distant from everyone, even Sarah. One night, in a confused state, she went out in the rain and drove her car. Sadly, she couldn't control it, and there was a terrible crash. This was a double tragedy that left Sarah and Ben shocked. Ben was very sad about losing his wife, but he knew he had to be strong for Sarah. Brooke's demise was tough on Sarah. When Sarah was 13, she had a tough time. She got angry at school and had bad dreams. Ben tried to help with therapy, but she didn't want to talk. Sarah slowly opened up during therapy. Ben was always there for her, and over the years, they became even closer. As Sarah became a teenager, she acted out at school. On her 16th birthday, Ben planned a surprise party, but when he got home, the house was quiet. He couldn't find Sarah anywhere. He discovered her locked in her room, unconscious and surrounded by pill bottles. He rushed her to the hospital. When she regained consciousness, Sarah broke down in tears, apologizing profusely to Ben. She confessed that she had been mocked at school because of her strange behavior and, in a moment of weakness, had taken an excessive amount of sleeping pills that caused a seizure. Ben forgave Sarah completely, and his love for her stayed strong. But he was very upset about the mocking she faced. To give her a fresh start, he enrolled her in a new school where she could make new friends and forget the painful past. The new school made a big difference for Sarah. With supportive friends and teachers, she did well in her studies, earning top grades every semester. However, life can bring unexpected challenges. In Sarah's last year of high school, she got involved with the wrong crowd and started making bad choices. She began sneaking out at night, coming home drunk, and lying to Ben about what she was doing. Ben begged her to break ties with those who were leading her down a harmful path. Despite Ben's efforts, Sarah's behavior worsened. On Sarah's 18th birthday, she made a sad decision influenced by her boyfriend, Stanley. She left Ben a note saying she no longer saw him as her father. She claimed that she needed to explore herself with her boyfriend. She changed her last name, moved to a different city with him, and left no clues about where she went. 10 years passed without Ben hearing from Sarah. Ben tried to find her address and calling her, but got no response. What Ben didn't know was that Sarah was going through tough times. Her difficult childhood had affected her mental health, and she developed a condition called multiple personality disorder. Each personality had its characteristics, and one of them made it hard for her to have lasting relationships. One night, a friend of Sarah called Ben with the crazy news: Sarah was arrested for ending somebody's life. The friend explained that Sarah fought with her boyfriend, who was aggressive with a knife. In self-defense, Sarah pushed him, causing a fatal injury. She was arrested and waiting for a trial in jail. Ben faced a tough choice when Sarah got into trouble for defending herself. He had to decide whether to support her during the trial or leave to avoid pain. Even though it was hard, Ben believed Sarah was a good person who deserved a second chance. To help Sarah, Ben hired a smart and caring lawyer who found proof that supported her self-defense claim. The trial showed that Sarah had been through a lot of emotional pain, and the court understood how her difficult childhood affected her. With strong evidence and expert opinions, Sarah was declared not guilty. Ben felt a huge relief and hugged his daughter, tears of happiness in their eyes. After the trial, Sarah got help for her condition and the problems from her past. Through therapy, she found stability and apologized to Ben for the pain she caused. She never stopped loving him, and Ben forgave her. They faced life's challenges together with love and strength.